And there was a lot of men who were there and didn't have the balls to do half the stuff that she did.
The patriarchy itself puts pressure on men and they don't even understand it.
Creating this global standard that everyone follows.
So you're saying, so then you're saying that submission is based on the fact that the man has more money, so we submit for money. Is that what you're saying?
Previously on the Mature Topics Podcast, what man could lead Harriet Tubman in a way where she wasn't going to do the things that she did? I'm not saying her husband didn't help her or anything like that. If she had a husband, I don't really remember the exact history of Harriet Tubman, but the point that I'm saying is she played the hell out of her role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was a lot of men who were there and didn't have the balls to do half the stuff that she did. So I just think that, it's up to the individuals to figure that out more so than creating this global standard that everyone follows.
I don't even think the standard is sustainable. And I think that's really my issue, because you have a lot of these thought leaders in the manosphere and just in general, just your basic conversation with men. They're like, yeah, I want a submissive woman, but I don't really think they want that because of what it comes with. You know what I'm saying? You literally do not have someone who is bringing thought. The decisions for your family, do you really want to feel like the destiny of your family is on your shoulders? They talk about Black men and mental health. Let's just talk about men in general and mental health, right? And them not feeling like they have an outlet. And there's so much societal pressure to be successful, to, the patriarchy itself puts pressure on men and they don't even understand it. They don't even get that.
Right.
I don't really think men want to revert back to how it used to be with women, where they are the only ones responsible for, their family's success.
But most men today won't be able to handle that load. Especially if you're talking about bearing the financial brunt of the household expenses.
But our economy is not structured in a way to even.
Most men are not going to be able to do
that. But just from an emotional
40% of Americans make, was it low income wages or something like that?
95. Let me just share this with you. 95% of Americans don't even have $500 in their savings. It's 95%, and that is a recent study by the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Oh, so you've been doing some research.
Yes, and MSNBC actually did a highlight on that. 95% of Americans do not even have $500 saved in their bank account for an emergency.
I wasn't even going to try to go that far. I was going to say 40% work low-income jobs. I think that's what it was. 40% of Americans work low. So this concept that a woman can completely submit to a man, I know we covered that on a previous episode, it's not realistic for most people. Some people can have it. Most people are not going to be able to facilitate that lifestyle because women are going to have to work 40, 50 hours just like a man.
You're saying, so then you're saying that submission is based on the fact that the man has more money, so we submit for money. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, typically what comes with submission is that the complete role of a traditional wife is you handle all the household duties. So you got to do all the cooking, you got to do all the cleaning, you got to watch over the kids, make sure the kids is good, but you also working 40, 50 hours a week. There's going to be some sort of balance in that household. There's no way a woman's going to be able to do all of that and she's working the same hours as a man is working.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
Well,
yeah. Go ahead.
I think you can submit to a man even if you're working too.
How? Like, okay, submission.
What does submission mean? Yeah,
because I don't think submission means. I think that's also a fluid type of. I mean, there's a definition of submission, right? But then I feel like, as in relationships, I think it's kind of fluid because submit doesn't mean like I cower or I feel like it's me relinquishing the idea that I have to do everything on my own independently, that I have this person here with me that I trust. Because even in female to female or even male to male relationships, one can submit to the other, right? So I have this person here that I trust with my life, kind of like how my children trust me. They know that, if we go somewhere, they're going to be fine. Like, you know what I mean? Not necessarily because they don't have to pay for nothing because they broke or whatever. It's just they trust me with everything. Your children trust you to do everything for them because they know that they have that help. My daughter's 10, she's about to be 11. She can do stuff on her own, but she knows that in case she can't, that she can be like, hey, mom, can you such and such? You know what I mean? And I think that's what submission is. It's us, especially for women who have become hyper independent. It's us relinquishing the idea that we don't need nobody or don't have nobody. It's us realizing that there's a trustworthy, reliable person there to help us with our needs. No matter the amount of money, it's not just financial needs, it's any needs, emotional needs, to help us carry that mental, emotional, and physical burden of everything. I think that's submission.
Got you.
Yeah, but you do understand, Kimmy, when you say that, that's your definition of submission.
Okay.
So, it's going to vary because when you actually pull up the actual definition of the word submission, if you avoid the legal aspect, which is AB, 1AB, 2, the condition of being submissive, humble, or compliant.
Compliant.
Number 3 is an act of submitting to the authority or control of another. Me personally, I don't want a woman to submit to me like I have her under control. I think I'd rather have a partnership where we work together toward our goals. I do understand what you mean when you say submitting is into like trusting someone, like you're putting your all in this person because this is the person you're choosing to be with. But some of the other aspects of submission we have to be careful with because I think that I don't know. I just don't think it's necessary. I think that as long as we're together on the same page and we have the same values, more than likely we'll be fine. I just think
we're going off of the godly definition of.
Oh, the godly, but that's what a lot of people go off of. That's what a lot of people go off.
That's what Sherry, I know, wanted to discuss. Sherry was more or less like taking the aspect of submission or what is a wife according to like biblical study. And how does that reflect as far as in today's society, like the masculine and feminine dynamics? What qualifies?
So the people that just joined on YouTube, you want to join the... Oh, we got Neek. We got the superstar. The legend in the building.
Whoa, the superstar. I don't know about that.
You got Mature Topics Podcast superstar. What's going on, Neek?
Chilling, man. Just chilling right now. What's up with you guys? Where y'all at?
Feeling good, man. Good.
Well, we covered a lot of ground. I think we got a lot of good content. You started off with defining femininity and masculinity. And I'll just do a quick little screen share. You can see the screen, sir?
Yeah, I can see it.
So, in a brief, I'll just read it to sum it up. Masculinity is a set of attributes, behaviors, and roles associated with men and boys. Masculinity can be understood as socially constructed. And there is also evidence that some behaviors considered masculine are influenced by both cultural factors and biological factors. To what extent masculinity is biologically or socially influenced is subject to debate. So there's no standard of masculinity. No one has that standard. It varies on your culture, your society, what your views are, and that's what we've been tackling all night. It is distinct from the definition of biological male sex, as anyone can exhibit masculine traits. Standards of masculinity vary across different cultures and historical periods. And the last thing I'll read is traits traditionally viewed as masculine in Western society include strength, courage, independence, leadership and assertiveness. And just to put up the femininity part real quick, did I lose it? I think I might have lost it. But you remember what the feminine traits were? Lancha, Kimmy, off the top?
Oh, yeah, what we left off on last week?
I think I read the masculine.
No. What we just defined.
Oh, okay.
I can find the feminine traits.
Oh, let me see. I got it. So the feminine traits is gracefulness, gentleness, empathy, humility, and sensitivity. So those are the traits that are usually associated with femininity. So we started off asking, what does femininity or masculinity, what does these concepts mean to you, good sir?
Well, I probably have a more traditional approach, role playing approach. I guess I think you would say, but I think because of socioeconomic changes.
These are scenes from the previous episode in the Mature Topics Podcast. Subscribe and watch it now on the Koron Pierre YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so you get all your notifications. And like the video so more people can see the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you really enjoy the content, also show your support by sending a Cash App, Koron Pierre, $, Cash App. You know how to do it. Also, you can go to the PayPal and support that way as well. The link's in the description. We also are Amazon affiliates. That's another way you can support. Now, listen, we have one of the hottest podcasts. That's why I got this up behind me. Look at this, the Mature Topics Podcast. We go live each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have one of the livest discussions on the internet because we talk about those topics that are uncomfortable, that are needed to talk about. We learn things, we connect with experts and advocates, people with experience. So we don't just have a bunch of people just making things up. Listen, this is one of the most important podcasts based off the content and the conversations. I think you will enjoy it. You need to be there each and every Thursday. That's all for this video. Until next time, stay blessed.